Your boy almost took an L, but here they are. Now, let's roll that beautiful B-roll footage. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Reggie Casual, and welcome to a very special edition of The State. And today we are reviewing the Nike Fear of God 1's Light Bone Edition. I got these close to launch day. There's a story behind it that we will reveal a little bit later. But before all that, I want to get into the pros, the cons, the greatness of this sneaker, the bad things about this sneaker right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, when it comes to details with this sneaker, no expense was spared. From the double stitching on the back, where the zipper is, to the inside of the sneaker, to the plastic, to the supple, nice suede-ish leather on the outside, to even the laces having loops in the lace holes at one point. It actually acts as a sock sneaker, so I like that aesthetic as well. And plus all of the extras, which we'll get into a little bit later, add even more flavor to a sneaker of this caliber. There's little nods to the branding, like the Fear of God on the sole, the tag on the inside, and the small Nike check on the outside of the midsole. Those are things that I love the most about this sneaker. The branding is so subtle that it is not overbearing. And that is one thing that I love in any sneaker, when you're not promoting your brand all the way. I know it's from Nike. I know it's Fear of God. You don't have to tell me, I don't have to shout it from the rooftops. I also enjoy the silhouette of the sneaker. That was one of the things that a lot of people kind of griped on. They're like, I don't really like the silhouette. Why does it look like that? But it reminds me a lot of the Yeezy 750 in many, many ways, if you go ahead and take a look at that sneaker. And since I was unable to pick that one up, I'm very happy that I was able to pick a sneaker that was of a similar kind of silhouette to add to my collection. One of the other great things about this sneaker is all of the extras you get. You're talking about extra laces, extra long laces, you got lace stoppers, you got so many things. You even got a bag that comes with this sneaker, and that is great. I'm paying a lot of money to have these, so I better get extra stuff. And I'm extremely happy that Jerry and Nike went all the way out and giving us all of those extra little goodies that you've probably already seen before if you've seen a review of the black one of these. But that is definitely a pro, and that continues to be a pro with any subsequent rendition of this sneaker. And the final pro, these just look dope on your feet. I mean, let's just be real here. These look good as a lifestyle sneaker. You put this on with a Fear of God aesthetic or the basketball Fear of God aesthetic that Nike was basically peddling to you. Here, this is what it's supposed to look like. If you do anything close to that, these are going to look good. It's pretty much it's a perfect high top. In my opinion, as far as design is concerned, it just looks good on your feet. But design isn't everything. Practicality does have its merits, and this is where the Nike Fear of God kind of loses me. You've probably heard this already, but the problem with the Nike Air Fear of God 1s are they are made for a particular type of foot, and that is a basketball foot. Now, if you are a basketball player, you are very familiar with this kind of sneaker. But being that this is a lifestyle sneaker, there are certain fit issues that I have problems with. And one of the major issues I have with the Nike Air Fear of God 1 is that there is no give in the front of the shoe. As you know, most shoes do have that give in the front because the tongue is in the front. But Nike and Jerry Lorenzo decided that, hey, we're gonna make this all smooth all around and add the tongue in the back. The problem with that is that the heel in the back is quite high. So if you have a big ball on your foot, it is going to be incredibly difficult to put your feet inside of the shoe, unless of course your feet are narrow, which also presents another fitting issue. And that is con number 2. These shoes may look wide when you look at them on the outside, but they are very much a narrow shoe. I wear a size 11 and this shoe was incredibly hard to put on. And when I started walking in them, I realized that, whoa, this shoe is super narrow. In fact, the archway that you have right here on the side is for a basketball player's foot. You may not know this, but a lot of b-ball players have high arcs in their feet. And so it is made like that. Me, for instance, I have a flat foot. So when I was walking in these for more than, I'd say, 30 minutes, I started feeling that cramp in the arcs of my feet, which is a no-no when you're talking about lifestyle shoes. But that is not the only thing that started cramping up, much to the chagrin of me. Basically, this high ankle area gives so much support that it feels like I'm playing in a basketball game. Now that may seem cool to you, but that ankle support is so strong that it doesn't feel flexible. There is no give when you are walking. So when I mentioned earlier that the arcs of my feet started hurting, in fact, the joint where my ankle hits my foot also started cramping up a little bit, and that did not make me happy. And it instantly made me realize, oh, these need to be worn for a minute. In fact, just like a basketball sneaker, these are going to have to be worn multiple times so that the give happens in the shoe naturally. And any b-ball player knows that instantly. So if you have a specific type of foot, primarily a basketball player's foot, these are not gonna be so bad. But if you have a flatter foot like myself, you are going to feel it. And that isn't necessarily a good thing. So what is my final verdict on the Nike Air Fear of God 1s? As far as design is concerned, these are a 4.8 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. One of the two. I'm pretty sure there's certain things that I won't like about it later, but right now, it's a fantastic looking shoe. When you put it on, it's amazing. As far as practicality and the fit of the shoe, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5, only because my feet aren't made for this shoe. If you have a narrow foot, I'm pretty sure these will be a lot better on your feet. But enough of the shoe. What was it like trying to get this shoe in Tokyo? I know a lot of you want to see what's happening on the streets at release days here in Tokyo. I won a lottery at United Arrows and Sons. I was number 35. I was happy, and I went to the store 2 hours early just to wait for these sneakers to drop, only to find out that this store only received 12 pairs. So I'm listening to the Japanese, I'm understanding, and then he says junisoku, and junisoku means 12 pairs. That ain't cool, man, because I was number 35, so how in the world did I get these sneakers? But before all that, go ahead and check this out. This is what happened on launch day for the Nike Air Fear of God 1s at United Arrows and Sons.
Thing is, when most people visit Harajuku in Tokyo, they're usually going to the same old strip, this place with Supreme, neighborhood, and all that. But there's an entirely different side of Harajuku that has a whole bunch of stores that are amazing. And one of those stores is United Arrows and Sons. However, we still might run into a problem. I got number 35 in the lottery, And United Arrows and Sons is known to not have a lot of pairs of any given sneaker. 35 is not that bad considering that this is a hot drop, so they should have more, but I'm counting on the fact that I have a slightly larger foot than Japanese people. I wear a size 11, 10 and a half to 11, which is kind of a rare size, so I'm hoping that nobody in the line before me picks up all the 11s or all the 10 and a halves. I'm optimistically cautious, or I'm cautiously optimistic, one of those two, but I'm pretty sure I can get the sneaker. So let's go ahead and check it out. So I'm with, 名前は何ですか? Ichiro? So I'm here with Ichiro. He is the first person in line, which is pretty cool. He's waiting for the Fear of God Light Bones 2. 抽選の番号は何ですか?
僕ね、当たってないんだけど、そのなんだろう、日本の、日本じゃなくてもアメリカでもあるけど、転売の文化があるでしょ。で、当たっていらない人からもうここで直接買う。
He's a smart guy. All right, so basically what he said is that he didn't win the lottery, but there's usually people in line who gotta buy the sneaker and then sell it immediately. So what he does is he waits for people to get the sneaker and then he'll buy it from them and then he'll sell it. All right, so that's kind of like the par for the course that what a lot of Japanese people end up doing. So obviously me getting number 35 is 僕は35.
今日おーすごい
So like for me it's like really lucky. 運がいいよね. So yeah, so basically it's one of those things where you almost have to be here, you almost have to know what's going on, but it's pretty fun. 楽しいでしょ?
楽しい
So apparently I won the lottery, but I didn't win the shoes. But the fact that I entered the lottery and won, got number 35, when I get to the store, they say there's only 12 pairs, not 12 pairs each size, 12 pairs of sneakers at the shop. Okay, so for one, I'm gonna need a couple of parties to get it together. How could you do a raffle for a whole bunch of people and say that the sneakers aren't available after 12? That makes no sense. It's one of those things where the L isn't warranted. The L isn't warranted. I don't deserve this L, and I'm not going to accept it. So let's get into the review right now.
So yes, that happened. It wasn't cool. I wasn't happy about it, but being a foreigner in Japan has its merits. Like, everybody knows that you're trying to get dope sneakers. That's just the tale of the tape. And it just so happened that one of my good friends had a size 11, which happens to be my size. And I was like, yo, dude, I'll go ahead and take that off of your hands. I will buy it from you before anybody. You ain't gotta wait. I'll just buy them from you right now. And so I did. Did I pay resale price? Yes. Yes, I paid the guy to get me the sneaker. Okay, I paid him. All right, I wanted the sneaker. I wanted him that bad. Yes, I took a L, but I decided that I was not going to take the real L. I bought him on resale. I mean, at the end, I didn't pay much because he was my friend, but you know, that's what happened. Jesus, 12 pairs. Oh, if you have 12 pairs, then why did you give me number 35? I do not want the clothes. I just want the sneaker. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. That was just ridiculous. It was a ridiculous day. I woke up so early and I was like taking the footage and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so dope. I'm just gonna show everybody what happened in Tokyo. And I caught the L in the worst way possible. Had my hopes up. But I ended up getting them anyway, showing you guys right here. So it all turned out okay. It all turned out fine. But I wanna know what you guys think of the Nike Air Fear of God 1s light bone colorway. I waited for this one. This is the one that I wanted in particular. So you guys, sound off. Let me know what you think of these in the comments. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. Follow your boy on Instagram at Reggie Casual and the Casual Official at thecasual.co if you want to see images of Tokyo or fits that I put together on my personal. そしてまだやっていないなら subscribe を忘れないように. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. But most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. よろしくお願いします. And I'll see you guys in a minute. I'm gonna take these and put them back in the box because I ain't wearing them yet.